Hello, here in TABUYA. We love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, Parliament proceedings continue without opposition. Lands Minister labels Rambuka a weak leader. And Minister clarifies national minimum wage review.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Teva Lindua.
Parliament has resumed this morning without opposition members. Yesterday, opposition MPs walked out of Parliament in protest to the dismissal of a petition put forward by Sudelpa MP William Ngavoka, who had called for a review by the Standing Committee on Natural Resources on the proposed mining project at the Singatoka River. The Speaker ruled the petition did not meet the standard requirements. It was legally flawed and sought actions that was not within the powers of Parliament. Opposition Whip LYNDA says their return to the House is dependent on the Speaker's response on the letter written to him yesterday.
Our stance is the same. We are awaiting the Speaker to respond to our grievances before we will go back into Parliament. We had promised that to the people of Singatoka. And so that's the status quo at the moment.
I appreciate it.
So if there's no response, you guys will still remain out of Parliament?
Yeah, we will wait for a response from Speaker. There's been indication from the Speaker's office that he's having a look at it. So hopefully it'll be sometime today so that we can get back to business.
TABUYA says the opposition MPs have now left for a site visit to the proposed mining project in Singatoka to meet and discuss the concerns of the residents. The Land Minister has today labelled opposition leader Sitiveni Rambuka a weak leader, saying he should have removed MP Niko Nawaikula from Parliament for making racial statements about the open merit recruitment system. Earlier this week, Nawaikula had claimed the government is using the system as a means to remove Indigenous Fijians from top governing positions. Lands Minister Ashnil Sudhakar says that claims by Nawaikula is totally wrong and warrants action by the opposition leader.
A stronger leader, which the Honourable opposition leader does not seem to be, would have removed Honourable Nawaikula for his comments from Parliament. If a member from this side of the House made a statement, my leader will not hesitate to remove him from Parliament immediately, because it has caused racial discrimination, it has caused racial profiling of our civil service.
Sudhakar also highlighted that recently Nawaikula was instrumental in stopping a land bank deposit. He says the Kokomo landowners were willing to deposit their land in the bank, but Nawaikula instigated the landowners' withdrawal, and as a result, they lost out on a good deal. Sudhakar stressed there is no land grabbing, as termed by the opposition side. Minister for Employment Parveen Kumar has updated Parliament today on the review of the national minimum wage. The minimum wage is currently $2.68, and Kumar says this is applicable to around 20,000 Fijians, or 4% of the population. The minister says a comprehensive review has been undertaken and a new minimum wage will be announced in the coming months.
The consultant will be presenting the 2019 National Minimum Wage Review Report within the next month, after which it will be taken through our tripartite mechanism, the Employment Relation Advisory Board, and then to the Cabinet. Mr. Speaker, I must here, for the benefit of those who have been playing political football with this issue and jumping the gun on this matter, to respect the process.
Minister for Health, Dr. Ifiremi Wangainambete, yesterday revealed that almost a quarter of our population had scabies infection in 2007. The disease was mostly common in children, and Dr. Wangainambete says scabies amongst children threatens their health and causes rheumatic heart disease. He stressed that it's important to treat scabies in children as it poses a direct threat to their quality of life. Recently, health officials have been highlighting the increase in rheumatic heart disease among children.
And the Northern Division had the highest prevalence of 28.5%. The prevalence was high amongst children between 5 to 9, with figures up to 45%. So nearly half the children of 4 to 5 to 9, 5 to 9, had scabies, Honourable Speaker, which makes them very vulnerable.
A 22-year-old man convicted of murder, rape, burglary and theft has been given life imprisonment. The court heard that Mosese Dhama entered the home of a 65-year-old woman in Savusavu between the 30th to the 31st of December in 2018. Dhama then struck the woman on the head with an iron rod that's used to husk coconuts. The court heard following this, he raped the woman while she was bleeding profusely and left the house after stealing a few of her belongings. Dhama is mentally ill, and Judge Justice Gaunda says he is eligible for presidential pardon after deemed safe for the community. The man will continue to receive medical treatment while serving his sentence. There have been reports that people impersonating fisheries officials are allegedly confiscating fish from market vendors. The Fisheries Ministry says this is a concern, and Fijians must remember that authorized officers carry identification cards signed by the Permanent Secretary. The ministry is advising vendors that if approached by anyone claiming to be an authorized officer, they must demand for an ID card. Anyone caught impersonating or falsely representing an authorized officer can be fined up to $50,000 under the Act. The UN has described the humanitarian crisis in northwestern Syria as a horrifying new level of suffering. Russian-backed Syrian forces have been up in the assault on the last major rebel stronghold in the city of Idlib, forcing more than 800,000 people to leave their homes since December. Coming up, Fijiana focuses on next assignment, and Bati coach assists RAVORAVO RABBITOHS. Stay with us.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
The Fijiana 15s side have arrived in Sydney ahead of their second match against the New South Wales women's team on Friday. After beating Queensland Reds 29-10 on Sunday, the Fijiana have recovered and hit the ground running in Sydney. Captain Serei Malewenigela says they have to minimize the penalties against New South Wales. The Fijiana 15's two-match tour is supported by the Australian government through Pacific Oz Sports.
It was a really tough game at first. We had a lot of penalties against us as well. And then at the first half we really hit the pace there. And then the second half we kind of went complacent. So yeah, a lot to learn from this game, and hopefully get the same results in the next game.
Kaiviti Silktails head coach Brandon Costin is working closely with the RAVORAVO RABBITOHS as they prepare for the Melanesian Cup Championship. He has confirmed that 5 of his Silktails players who are under the RAVORAVO RABBITOHS will play for their own club during the championship. Costin is in the West with the team for the next 2 weeks for the Vodafone Cup Champions training sessions.
5 of those players, Ravo players, are going to be actually playing for Ravo, and we'll play with 5 less in our squad against the Hela Wigman, but it's a really good opportunity for Ravo, just to get recognised for the great work that they did last season in winning the Vodafone Cup. They're a really great club, they're really supportive of rugby league, there's so much good going on.
Lotoka's next opponent in the OFC Championships League, Henderson Eels from Solomon Islands, drew 2-2 with Vanuatu team Malampa Revivers yesterday.
A through ball by Claude into the box, and we have Edwin, a touch, and the ball goes in. Edwin Bai, the captain for Malampa Revivers, has, and this time Anderson Eels coming in. Joseph Navo. And Joseph Navo has scored for Anderson Eels. A nice ball into the box. Still Felani to Tuti Sama. Across, head away, and Joseph Navo has put Anderson Eels. Taso to Lenzi. And a goal from Armando. A nice setup
Spanish club Atletico Madrid have beaten Liverpool 1-0 in the Champions League. An early goal laid the platform for the side against the high-flying Liverpool outfit. In another match, Borussia Dortmund beat French champions Paris Saint-Germain 2-1 in their Champions League last 16 tie. It was a youngster who stole the show for Dortmund. Generally, fine conditions are prevailing over most parts of the country. There's a chance of light showers late this afternoon. More fine weather in forecast for tomorrow. And that is your FBC News now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Enjoy your lunch. Good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.